What's happening at half? Just dancing?
Yeah, and just an announcement about their season.
Good evening, Railer Nation, and welcome to Lincoln Railer Basketball. WLCN 96.3 FM and WLCNSports.com are pleased to bring you this evening's contest from Lincoln, Illinois, on the campus of Lincoln Community High School as the Lincoln Railers take on the Wildcats from Normal West. Good evening, everyone. This is Scott Kirby alongside Josh Comnick and Lloyd Kirby, and we are ready to bring you all of tonight's action. We'd like to wish a good evening to all of our listeners around the world, listening via 96.3 FM on WLCNSports.com, listening on the Mixler app, or watching our live stream on YouTube. So turn that volume up and get ready for some Lincoln Railer basketball. It's senior night here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium as the Railers come in tonight's action 28-2, and the Wildcats have an overall record of 12-18. Railers once again a Apollo Conference champions, and they look to extend their impressive basketball season into the postseason. But first things first, we've got the Wildcats of Normal West tonight to finish out the regular season here at Roy Sanderson and senior night here in Lincoln, Illinois. As the Railers go into the locker room, Josh, we'll just kind of finish it out here as time winds down for the playing of the national anthem. You know, the Railers been pretty impressive all season, and you know,
yeah.
2 losses on the season, both in overtime, both to solid programs in Rock Island. They were ranked in the like 7 or 8 during that time.
Still right there.
Still right there.
Yeah.
And then obviously it seems like forever ago, but the loss to Mundelein down in Collinsville, a 4A school, had the opportunity to win that game.
Yeah.
Obviously things didn't go our way, but the 2 losses that the Railers have are against 2 solid programs.
Ball and have been really, really good as of late, Scott. Shooting the basketball, the passing has always been there, but you add the 3-point line and the way the Railers have shot it so far, if anybody is going to oust them after this game to get on top of the Railers, they're playing really well right now.
Well, Josh, we're going to take a commercial break as we get set for the playing of our national anthem here at Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Don't go anywhere. We'll come back. We'll have starting lineups and opening tip here as the Lincoln Railers take on the Wildcats from Normal West Community High School.
We hope and support your athletes in a positive and sportsmanlike manner. At this time, please rise, remove your hats, as the American Legion Honor Guard unit will present the American flag. They are from Legion Post 263 in Lincoln. The national anthem will be sung by Lincoln Community High School alumni, Austin Garrett.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets ran glad, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, and of the free and the home of the brave.
And now let's meet the starting first from the Normal West Wild.
Welcome back, Railer fans. Here, starting laps from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. First for the visitors on the scoreboard, the Wildcats from Normal West High School.
Junior guard, number 11. Nick
First man out, 6'1" junior guard, number 11 is Nick Rittiger.
10, senior guard, number 15, Alec McGinnis.
At the other guard, 5'10" and a senior, number 15 is Alex
7, senior
McGinnis.
center, number 22, Tyler Calhoun.
At center, 6'7" and a senior, number 22, Tyler
Forward, number
Calhoun.
Williams.
Another senior, 6'3" forward, number 24 is Duncan Williams. And number 32, 6'3" and a senior forward, Evan Hudson. The Wildcats are coached by Mr. Ed Hafferman. Their school colors are black and silver, and the enrollment over at Normal West is 1,650 students, members of the Big 12 Conference. Now the starting lineups for your 28-2 Lincoln Rail Splitters.
6'3" senior guard, number 1.
6'3" and a senior on senior night, number 1, Ewald, Will Ewald.
6'3" senior guard, number 5.
The next senior out, 6'3", number 5 is Froby, Caden Froby.
6'1" senior guard, number 2.
The last senior for head coach Neil Alexander, number 2, 6 foot, Whiteman, Cameron Whiteman.
5'10" junior guard, number
At one guard, 5'10", and a junior, number 3, Singleton. Dylan Singleton. And the last starter for Coach Al, 6'4", and a junior, number 4, is Hollinger. Landon Hollinger. Head coach Neil Alexander is assisted by Eric Ewald, Greg Alexander, Brandon Bird Farmer, Josh J. McCullen, and Zach Dom.
Tonight's tip-off is brought to you by Jim Examus Ford Lincoln. Start your new year off in style with that beautiful new vehicle from Jim Examus Ford Lincoln on Lincoln's West Side. With fabulous rebates and discounts going on now, you'll save like never before, and the incentives on the remaining 2019s are at their best. But when they're gone, they're gone. Call Brad Centers or Todd Engel at 217-732-2111 and let them put you in a new ride. There's some kind of powder or something in the air. Woo! We kind of missed that. What was that, Lloyd?
I don't know. Something going on with the student section over there. It's like a LeBron thing where he throws the rosin bag up into the crowd.
Regular season finale here at Roy S. We are set to go as Hollinger and so who that is?
24. Duncan
Williams. The Railers get the first possession of the evening.
Think it'll be the lob play? No, Normal West starts out in a matchup 2-3 zone here. The Railers are going to have to shoot him out or get it in Singleton, which Singleton catches at the free throw line.
Whiteman up the top of the key for a 3, no good. Rebound comes down to the Wildcats.
Yeah, perfect look too there by Cam. Nice little step in from the three-point line right at the top of the key. Couple steps behind the three-point line. Turnover.
It will Ewald. 3-on-1. Up off the backboard and good for Ewald.
Yeah, turnover Ewald, and Ewald takes it up and doesn't pass. Takes it right to the basket, and Ewald with a easy layup for the Railers.
Railers with a quick start, 2-0. And there's a block by Hollinger. They'll kick it out to number 15 for a 3, no good. Rebound comes down to Ewald.
Yeah, a little nice offensive or defensive rebound there by the Railers. None of the Wildcats underneath. Good boxing out by the Railers, and then Railers could just stand and grab it. Get back into the half court here. Singleton will go back to the free throw line. The Railers will run their half court offense against the zone.
2-0 Railers. Game just underway. Whiteman with a 3. Rattles around the rim and count it for Whiteman, and it's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer.
Yeah, pretty simple too. Singleton catches, Whiteman throws it to Singleton at the free throw line, then basically just hands it right back to Whiteman. 2 shots in a row from the top of the key, Scott. The way he's been shooting the ball, those are going to be like free throws.
5-0 Railers. 6:30 to go in the first. Normal with the basketball. They'll work it around. Rediger up top, guarded by Singleton. Now to Williams in the corner. He'll dribble in, pass out to Rediger. He'll take a 3 off the back of the iron. No good. Long rebound comes down to McGinnis for the Wildcats. They'll reset. 5-0. Game just underway here on senior night here at Roy S. Anderson.
Yeah, they've got a little zone offense of their own. Basically, like the Railers, man on short porch underneath, running the baseline. They've got Hudson there at the free throw line.
Rediger for another 3 up top. He'll get that one.
Move it around with some shooters on the perimeter, and if you let that ball get in the middle, then it's just like the Railers can do. They can shoot from the outside. Hudson grabbed it in the middle and threw it out to their three-point shooter, and he was able to knock it down.
5-3 Railers. Ewald, he'll pull up for a 3 on the wing. No good. Rebound Hudson for the Wildcats. A little pressure by the Railers. Now the Wildcats will get it across the timeline, and now they'll reset. Hudson with it. Now Rediger up top, guarded by Singleton, gets it to Williams. Back to Rediger. Now down low to Hudson. Kicks it back out to Rediger.
Yeah, Hudson doesn't look at the basket right now. He's catching at the free throw line and basically looking to pass from there, not catching, facing at all.
Guarded by Hollinger. Now he'll kick it back out to Rediger. 5 minutes on the clock.
Almost looked like a zone matchup for the Railers. Whoever's in that area, we're going to guard. And now Singleton steps back a little bit and stops the pressure.
Now a little different look from the Railers.
Maybe coach is a little worried about their size underneath. Scott Calhoun at 6'7", catches the ball there again.
There's a little hook shot from Calhoun, no good. Fought for underneath. Singleton comes out of there with it. And now Whiteman. Whiteman pushes right. Now gets it to Froby. Froby dribbles by his man who grabs him on the way by, and Hudson will pick up his team first for the Wildcats.
Normal West with a little size underneath. They've got 6'7" Tyler Calhoun, senior center, and they've also got Hudson, who's 6'3", also a senior in there. So maybe Coach Allen and the Railers are a little worried about their size underneath. Almost playing a little bit of a matchup 1-2-2.
Whiteman to Ewald. Ewald on the wing for a three. Little too long. Rebound Hollinger. He'll put it back up and good.
Yeah. Landon staying around the basket like he always does, and doesn't matter the size against Landon because he's jumped so well. Really good athlete is Hollinger, and goes up with those guys. Grabs it. Ooh, turnover.
Oh, steal by Singleton. We got a one-on-one. He'll go up. Grab. Oh, almost an intentional foul there as he grabs Singleton. Singleton couldn't get it to go. But he'll go to the line shooting too.
Well, and it looked like it was an over and back by the Wildcats before, but they didn't call it. And then I think the Wildcats thought it was an over and back, so they quickly tried to pass it into the front court, and Singleton was right there and grabbed it and took off.
Fouls on number 11, Rediger. His first, team second. Singleton's first free throw's good. And now for his second. 2 dribbles. Shots up. Shots good.
Good. Two for Dylan. That's his first 2 points tonight. The Railers up 9-3 here in the first.
Now they'll get it down low to Calhoun, who kicks it in the corner. Tipped out of there by Ewald. It's going to stay with the Wildcats. As Calhoun tried to get it to Rediger in the corner.
Well, Calhoun is a physical post-up guy. You've seen him back down a couple times, kind of put his shoulder into the chest of the Railers, whoever's guarding him on that side, and he looks really aggressive underneath.
Tries to set a pick on Hollinger. Now Rediger dribble it out, kicks it out to number 3, who's checked in for the Wildcats. That's Workman. Workman with the E. And the bucket's good.
Yeah, Workman with an E, as you said, just catches in rhythm and shoots from 3, so makes that 9-6 on 2 3-pointers by Normal West.
9-6 Railers, 3:33 on the clock, first quarter. Senior night. Singleton, now they'll work it to Hollinger on the elbow. Kicks it out to Ewald up top for a 3. Got it.
Oh, and I thought, too, Normal West was right in his face, and I didn't think Will was going to attempt that 3 at all, but he did.
It's a Chris Coyne State Farm 3-pointer for Ewald. 12-6 Railers, and they're going to get the Railers with their first foul. Going to get Froby on a foul. That's his first, team first. 12-6 Railers.
Well, you can kind of see, too, Scott, we've seen this a lot of the season, that the Railers, if you don't try to push the basketball and make it a little more up-tempo, our guys start to get a little frantic. Like, we need the ball back, and we're going to go after it. That time, Froby caught reaching in and trying to get a steal.
Hernandez checks in for the Wildcats. There's a 3 by Workman. Too long. Froby goes up for the rebound. Now he looks to push. He'll get it across the timeline, kick it out to Hollinger, who swings it around. Now Ewald back to Whiteman. Whiteman looking down low, now kicks it out to Hollinger. Froby, he'll get by his guy, pull for a jumper, a little too long, no good. Hollinger skies up for the rebound, turns around, puts it back.
Yeah, Hollinger again staying on the offensive board, and no box out for Normal West. Hollinger just went right over the top, just out-jumped him, and was able to put it back. You love to see an offensive rebound where you don't bring it back out, you just put it right back in.
14-6, McGinnis with a 3, no good. Rebound. Number 30, that's Hernandez, who just comes into the game. He'll get the rebound and the putback. And it's 16-8 Railers, and we have a timeout on the court. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here.
Yeah, and they're not, Coach Hafferman making a bunch of subs already here. A group of guys that are going to fit to try and knock off the Railers made several subs already.
Headline Salon. Visit Brett, Liz, Danielle, and Shay at 602 Keokuk in Lincoln, or phone 651-8310 with walk-ins always welcome. State Bank of Lincoln, serving the area for over 113 years with 4 locations in Lincoln and 2 in Clinton. And State Bank of Lincoln are proud to be a Lincoln Railer sponsor. 14-8, 2:23 in the first. Good crowd here tonight at Roy S. as we come to celebrate some seniors here in the basketball program. Senior basketball players, senior band members, senior cheerleaders, senior dance squad, all being celebrated tonight, and hopefully the Railers can come away with a victory. 14-8, Railers with the basketball, 2 minutes to go in the first. Froby, he'll get to the lane, kick it down low to a wide open Singleton. He'll put it up off the backboard and good.
Yeah, lefty dribbling left. Froby dribbling right into the middle with his left hand and never brought it back. Just passed it with one hand on that lefty pass. Dylan right underneath the basket. And what happened is the Railers,
stole by Froby, and he's going to be fouled by number 35.
Normal West trying to do a matchup zone. And Scott, when you have so much motion with the offense, it's hard to keep track of that. And that time Singleton got loose underneath. And of course, this Railer team is going to find that open player.
Got another one right here. Boom.
Oh, did you? You brought two rosters?
Well, Lloyd brought us one.
Nice, Lloyd.
Max Zybarth. And for the Wildcats, Railers with the basketball up by 8. They'll work it down low to Hollinger on the baseline. Now he looks to kick it back out. Now he does to Froby. They'll work it back up top to Ewald, back to Froby on the wing. Now Singleton on the elbow. Nothing there. They'll work it around to Whiteman. He takes a three off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound Wildcats.
Boy, it really looks when Dylan gets the ball to that free throw.
Still by Froby.
Froby, easy layup here.
Up and good for Froby. Singleton tapped it out of there.
Yeah,
Froby
you're right.
Got the benefit of it and the bucket for Froby. 18-8 Railers. Under a minute to go in the first quarter.
All five starters for the Railers.
Three on the way from Hernandez. No good. Froby had the rebound, tapped out of there. Ewald has it now. Now Singleton with it on the wing. And they're going to get a foul, a little hold, I do believe, on Rediger. That's his second.
Yeah, 14 fouls now. No, maybe 3. 14 fouls on Normal West already, so 14 fouls on them here. Still 43 seconds left in the first. The Railers up 18-8.
See if they hold for one here. Not a very high percentage for the Railers.
No, you're right. You're not a big fan of holding for one anymore.
And there are the Railers. Singleton gets in there, pulls up for a jumper, but gets hammered, and he'll go to the line shooting too.
And maybe Coach Al is. Maybe you've talked with Coach a little bit.
Not.
Yeah, you've not.
Coach Al does not want to hear.
He does not listen to you, huh?
No, and nor should he.
Well, he and normally that's a time where Coach Al holds for one, and maybe you're right. Maybe the Railers just haven't had real good success with holding late. And they send Singleton with the free throw, misses. He got fouled on the jump shot. Singleton misses his first.
He'll get another. 18-8. Singleton makes the second.
Yeah, 3 for 4 for Dylan on the night from the free throw line. Gives him 3 points.
Steal by Froby. Up and
Ewald with the rebound.
But Ewald there. Now Singleton tries to track it down, but McGinnis comes out of there with it. Froby wish he had that one back.
Yeah, I think that was an easy one. And I also think he could have found a way to get to the bank board. Had plenty of space and could have backed up into the lane a little bit more to try and find that bank board, but floater didn't go for Froby.
19-8, 5 seconds. There's a deep three. Wow. Froby, he's going to throw up a three-quarter. Ooh, off the back of the iron, no good. And at the end of one, it's
credit the student section on that early shot, I think.
19-8 Railers. We'll take a commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We come back. We'll have second quarter action here on the Railer Nation station, WLCN 96.3 FM. (19-8) your score entering the second quarter. Gordon Voigt in the house tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got the coverage.
WAND Sports. We had Gordon on a couple weeks ago, Josh.
Yeah, listen.
Boy, he makes the show easy.
Yeah, he's full of energy, isn't he?
Oh, and knowledge. And that's something that the cheap seats aren't used to.
Yeah, knowledge. Or energy at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Or anything.
Yeah.
19-8 Railers with the basketball. Here, Royce Anderson, it's senior night. They'll work it down to Ewald on the free throw line. Now kick it back out. Ewald thinks about a three. Now gives it to Froby, who gives it to Singleton. Kicks it out to Whiteman for a three from the wing. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Wildcats.
Yeah, and it's, I think Dylan can catch a little bit at the free throw line and look to score from there. Right now he's been looking to pass out of there, and the Railers not hitting from the perimeter like we have lately, but I think Dylan has got to look a little more offensive from the free throw line.
Railers up by 11. Now the Wildcats trying to slow things down a little bit. McGinnis. Over to 34. Boy,
Let's keep
Normal
you
West,
on your toes
they
here.
have emptied their bench.
Yeah, and they're bringing in some shooters too. As 34,
Cassidy. And whoever they
hits the
bring off the bench, the first possession, they're scoring.
Yeah, they just haven't since then.
Whiteman fakes a three, takes a couple steps in, pulls up for a jumper. Good for Whiteman. Good little head fake from three-point range. Took a couple dribbles in.
Well, he said the three-pointer hasn't been working for him, so he'll step in and try and get a two-pointer, which he did. Timeout Normal West as they were having some trouble.
Yeah, Singleton causing some
crossing half
trouble.
court.
They're trying to.
Yeah, 30-second timeout for Normal West. Their second used here in the game.
Family Custom Cleaners, tanning, 24-hour laundromat, and U-Haul dealer located at 621 Woodlawn Road in Lincoln. Watch for dry cleaning and super tanning specials. Phone 735-2505 for more information. CCA Online offers internet service to Logan County. Visit the website ccaonline.com to sign up for a free site survey from your local friendly, knowledgeable, that's hard to say, knowledgeable
yeah, there you go.
Internet service provider.
21-11, the Railers up, 6:18 left here in the second quarter.
And Josh, a big day tomorrow as the John Welsh basketball tournament back in town.
Yeah.
And, you look out here, and a lot of these Railers played in that tournament several years ago.
Yeah,
and,
you still got a lot of Lincoln players playing in it as of, to date. So you're going to see those guys, if you get a chance to come out and check out some good basketball.
Yeah,
I think 8th grade basketball is here at the main court tomorrow and Sunday. So you can check out some good 8th grade basketball along with 6th grade in the back gym. So basketball all over Lincoln.
Well, there's a shot by number 32, Hudson. I don't think he's their three-point shooter.
No, I didn't look at that from there. No.
Yeah, that looked like a Lloyd Kirby three there.
So you're saying you weren't a shooter?
Lloyd Kirby.
Oh, Lloyd was. Oh, I know Lloyd was a shooter.
Oh, yeah. He didn't see a shot he didn't like.
There's a lob.
Roby for a lob. To Hollinger for the slam.
You didn't see it coming. I mean, I looked like a couple times before, Scott, a couple possessions before they tried to run that thing. Turnover Normal West.
And that gets the fans riled up there. With
nice student section here for Lincoln. That gets them going a little bit. And I think they tried to run that play several times, just couldn't get the flow of it. And then all of a sudden you kind of saw it coming. And then Hollinger timed it right. The pass was good.
In the back, yeah.
That's about a third or fourth dunk for Hollinger.
Tapped out there by Normal West, and it's going to be out of bounds. Going to stay with the Railers on the sideline. Yeah, we've tried that play. Early in the year, we were running that with Singleton.
Yeah.
And, last year we ran it Jermaine, and just a little different look. There's a little bounce pass to Hollinger underneath. Count the bucket and the foul.
Well, and I'll tell you, that was a play that you saw a lot from Block a couple years ago. Gavin to Bolby underneath. Bolby running the baseline against the zone. They would catch it, give so much attention to Block at the free throw line that they lost track of Bolby. I remember Normal West. We ran that a lot against Normal West. The years where those guys were playing, and that time you saw it Singleton to Hollinger this time. Hollinger with a big first half here. 9 points for him already.
26-11, 5 to go in the second quarter. Cassidy Over to Workman. Now they'll work it around. There is McGinnis for a three. In and out, no good. Rebound, Hollinger.
Yeah, nice box out by the Railers, too.
And Singleton gets to Froby. Now to Ewald in the corner for a three. Bringing rain, bringing buckets for Ewald. It's a Chris Coyne, State Farm, three-pointer for Ewald.
Yeah, great unselfish pass by Froby. I thought he had a chance to get to the basket.
There's a deep three by Workman off the rim, no good. Singleton grabs the rebound. Now he'll dribble right, gives it to Whiteman. Now they'll swing it back up top to Froby, back to Whiteman.
Boy, get it back into
Froby.
Yeah, get it back into Singleton. Everything's kind of gone through him.
Singleton at the elbow, kicks it to Froby, same spot from Ewald, and the same spot for Froby. He hits a Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer from the exact same spot Ewald hit on the last possession.
Boy, that lead jumped in a hurry, Scott. 32-11 now. The Railers back-to-back threes, and then we had a three-point, so we got 9 unanswered with Hollinger with a and one, and then back-to-back threes by two of the seniors, Ewald and Froby. Extends this Railer lead.
And that, that's just what the Railers do. They go on runs, and if you look at the scoreboard, it's even scoring. It's not one particular kid. I mean, we got 8, 5, 5, 9, 5. It's not a kid with 15 or 20. We go on these big runs, and it's the basketball is well distributed between the Railers.
And I think Coach said it well the other night in the post game. He said these guys don't care who scores. They want to beat people, and they want to beat them bad, and they know that the way to do that is with 5 guys scoring 10 to 15, maybe 8 to 15. Rarely have we had a guy up over 25 this year, and that's just been the unselfishness of this team.
There's a three from Workman, no good. Rebound, Railers up by 21 points with 3:24 to go in the first half. And you look at teams in the past, Josh, the team that we went to state back in, 2014, a bigger physical team. These guys here are more finesse. They're not going to bang you down low. As Froby hits a deep three from up top, and it's another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer for Froby. He's got 8.
A little more athleticism with this team, I think, but you see the killer instinct in both teams. I think both teams had that. They had athletic guys, but they also had really knowledgeable basketball players as players in high school. And boy, that takes you a long way.
McGinnis with it on the wing. Now he'll kick it up top to Workman. Now they'll work it down to Williams. He'll turn around, no good. He'll get his own rebound, put back up, spins out. Hollinger there for the rebound.
Yeah, did a good job of getting his offensive rebound, just couldn't put it in.
Froby, he'll get in. Running jumper for Froby, no good. And number 23 into the ball game. That's Hernandez. Got 2 Hernandezes.
Usually when you say that, you always assume they're brothers.
They're brothers.
Okay.
They look alike.
All right. It's like Normal West now goes to man-to-man here. I don't think the zone was working for Coach Hafferman. The Railers will probably get into their dribble handoff and cut backdoor sets. 24-point
advantage for the Railers. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. Now they'll run some offense. Ewald, he'll get in. He'll throw up a little running jumper, and Ewald, boy, he grabs it. Ewald's feeling it tonight, Josh. He's got a little extra senior night, a little fire, a little spark. He's got 10 points.
Sure. That happens on senior night.
And he steals the ball right on cue. And he tried to get it up to Froby. Froby wasn't looking. Now he'll get it to Singleton. Singleton, he'll drive to the lane. And he'll be fouled by number 23. That's Hernandez. He picks up his first. Team 7th for the Wildcats.
Well, they just keep coming at you, don't they? You know, as almost he sees Singleton open in the corner and a bullet pass like a Aaron Rodgers to an open receiver. And actually Jim McMahon was probably better, but Singleton grabs it and goes right to the basket and goes to the free throw line. So Dylan going to the free throw line for his 5th and 6th free throws of the night.
Yeah, and you know, this Raider team, they want to keep the pressure on. You know, they
don't like to sit still.
No, they start running their white offense. They're only going through that weave maybe 3 or 4 times, and it's to the basket. And you know, it's
Singleton up and good. 2 for 2. Singleton is going to take a break. Tungate will check in for the first sub for Coach Alexander. Singleton now 5 of 6 from the free throw line tonight.
28-point lead, and there will be I guess you call it what, a reception after the game, Josh, in the cafeteria?
A celebration of us.
Yeah.
Of us for
us?
a long season.
Oh.
Proby has got a slippage over on this side of the court. I've seen him fall down about 3 or 4 times now. They just got to get the
does that little powder stuff come into play?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. He's got his foot's different or something. He's slipped several times. We got to get the.
There's a deep three. Good rotation from McGinnis. Nothing but net. 39-14 Railers. Under a minute to go in the first half. Proby hounded up top. Now gets it to Ewald, who throws it to Whiteman. No look pass to Hollinger. They'll kick it back out and now run some offense. Tungate into the game for the Railers. Now Ewald goes to the rim and nobody covers Hollinger. Ewald with the pass to Hollinger and he puts it up with an easy bucket off the backboard.
Well, you love to see that when guys drive and their man comes to help. You dish it and you got an easy basket there.
Hernandez for a three, no good, but Calhoun there for the rebound and the putback. He's going to be fouled and go to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, Ewald with a nice pass, drew the defense, and then kicked it down into Hollinger, who Hollinger has had a nice first half here. Give 11 to Hollinger so far here in the first half.
Free throw for Calhoun rolls in and good. 41-15 Railers. 24 seconds on the clock here in the first half.
Almost can't even get this big crowd into it. You know what I mean, Scott? I mean, we've had a lot of those.
It's a lot of those where
41.
You're up by 25 points. And,
and this might be the biggest crowd we've had
Absolutely.
here. And, they got a little excitement out of the Hollinger alley-oop dunk. But other than that, it's, you're at 41-16 and you're at halftime. The Railers with a chance to put up somewhere around 70 to 80, and just not a whole lot of.
Ewald awkwardly going to be fouled. He's going to get 3 free throws.
I saw Will get up with a little smile on his face, like there might have been a little fake on that one.
Well, good to give him an Oscar, but he landed kind of awkwardly.
He's going to go to the line for 3 here with 4.1 seconds left. Coach Afferman from the Wildcats doesn't like it, but I think it was a little reaction.
You
afterwards.
do that. It's not in high school yet, but college it's a flop. You get one warning.
A little warning.
The next one's a technical. And
Ewald up and good with his first free throw.
Second one just a little too long, and unfortunately the Beavers season came to an end last night as they made their conference tournament and lost to the number 1 seed Webster. It was a good game.
And that's where Hop plays there?
Yeah, Hop plays basketball, baseball there.
Aaron Hop.
And Cooper Hake is playing baseball there this year.
Okay.
He transferred over there, so got to see both of those kids. And Normal West, a little turnover to end the first half. At the halftime break, it's the Lincoln Railers 43 and the Normal West Community Wildcats 16. We'll take a commercial break. We come back, we'll have halftime stats on the Ground Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic halftime show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
Please welcome the senior members of your regular dance team. Tonight's performance is sponsored by Lincoln Iron and Metal.
We are the class you all adore. Forget the rest, 'cause we
Ladies, thank you and good luck in your next chapter. If you would, please keep your attention to center court as we welcome the rest of your Lincoln Raylet dance team. The Raylets had an incredible competitive season, competing at 6 regional events across the state, bringing home several awards and top 3 finishes. On February 15th, the Raylets, along with over 100 other junior high, JV, and varsity dance teams from across Illinois, attended the IDTA state finals in Springfield, and they ultimately brought home a first place trophy in the Coach Brady would also like to thank Raylet Nation for all the love and support they've given the Raylets this season and throughout her 10 years of coaching. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2020 Illinois Dance Team Association 2A Palm State Champions, your Lincoln Raylets, under the direction for the last time of Randy Montgomery.
Josh Comnick along with Scott Kirby. Lloyd Kirby on the camera here from Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium here at halftime on senior night. The Railers up 43-16. 4 minutes and 15 seconds left here before we've got third quarter action. Scott, the Railers at it again, shooting the ball really well from the perimeter. The Railers shooting 15 of 24 from the field for 63%. They're 5 of 11 from three-point land and 8 of 10 from the free throw line. They've got 14 rebounds, 2 of them offensive, 9 assists on 6 steals, 1 block for the Railers. The Wildcats from Normal West, not so hot from the field. 22%, 5 of 23 from the field, 4 of 17 from 3, and they are 100%, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. They've got 12 rebounds, 6 of them offensive, 4 assists on 7 turnovers. And it's been those points off turnovers. That's been a big stat for the Railers this year, Scott, is points off turnovers. We talked about teams in the past, when we turn them over, a lot of times we'll walk the ball up the floor. Not this team. They turn those turnovers into points really fast. 11-0 tonight again. We see a lot of that when we look at stats and after the game, and even when Coach Al sends them after the game to us. Sometimes it's they have kept on with that points off turnovers. Also, points in the paint for the Railers, 16-2 tonight. Yeah,
and you know the Railers, we've seen it all year long, Josh, and they've got the outside shot, and you know they can get in the paint too. And it's just we sound like a broken record, but it's just their consistency, game in, game out. It's the same.
You know, a lot of people have talked in the last couple of weeks of what's it going to take to beat this team. For you, what's it going to take to beat this guy, Scott? I mean, it's going to on a Friday or Tuesday or Friday and next week. What's it going to take from Morton or Bloomington or Danville?
Well, it's something that they don't have, and that's size. Size is about the only thing that's going to beat this team, and rebounding and second chance points, because we got 5 guards out there. Really, Hollinger's really not even a 5. He's more of a guard, maybe a 3, but I think it's going to take size, and it's going to take that team just one of their best shooting nights of the year to beat these Railers.
Railers back in action next Tuesday. Regional play starts from Bloomington High School. That's 7 o'clock start, Scott?
I believe so.
7 o'clock start over in Bloomington High School. So, of course, short 30-minute drive up to Bloomington. We want everybody there because it's going to be a tough one. You remember right? The Potters from Morton took us maybe as close as a game has been since Rock Island through 3 quarters. They were right there, and then the Railers kind of blew it open in the 4th quarter. But they might have played their best game of the season up through 3 quarters. But as you said, they've got to do it one more time.
And not on their home court.
Right.
At a place that the Railers, we played there before this year, and we had a good shooting night.
Yeah.
So the Railers, a little bit familiar with the Bloomington High School setup, and, the Potters maybe not so much. And on a neutral court, you got to like the chances of the Railers.
The Railers win on Tuesday. They'll take on either the winner of Danville or Bloomington next Friday in the regional championship over at Bloomington. We'll take one more break. We'll be back here with second half action. Railers up 43-16. You're on the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic halftime show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Scott Kirby, Josh Comnick, Lloyd Kirby with you here this evening. Senior night here at O.S. Anderson Gymnasium as we get set for second half action here with the Railers with a 43-16 lead, and it will be Railers basketball to start the second half.
Looks like Normal West will open up into man-to-man. They were a lot of zone in that first half, which didn't work for them. The Railers really shooting the ball well again.
And now watch another little slip right there, Josh. Same spot.
Was it?
For Whiteman, maybe a little deeper. Singleton with it, kicks it back out to Hollinger. Now up top to Ewald, they'll work it to the left. Now Froby kicks it back out to Whiteman for a 3 from the wing. Got it.
That was quick.
Bam with the Chris Coyne State Farm.
Just a little kickback pass by Froby as he was able to get by his man, kind of drew the attention of Whiteman's man as well. And then Whiteman with that really, really quick release, and the way he's been shooting it, you're not going to guard that, and it's going in.
There's a jumper from Calhoun from the free throw line. I thought Froby had a wide open lane there, Josh.
I think you're right. I think he did.
Kicked it back out, but fortunately Whiteman hit that 3, and obviously 3s are worth more than 2s. Now the Railers with the basketball up 46-18. Singleton, he'll get by his man, Redinger. And Singleton will be fouled before the shot. It's going to be Railer basketball on the baseline, up 46-18. 6:57 to go in third.
Nobody guarding Whiteman. He's wide open.
Froby to inbound. Now Williams gets on him. Now he'll kick it out to Whiteman. Now back to Froby. Now in the corner to Ewald. Nothing there. Now to Singleton. He'll spin on his man. He'll pull up and
Boy,
then
it's
get
nice.
to the rim and to the bucket. for
Nice up and
Singleton.
under move, boy. When you're a guard and you can have post moves and be as quick as Dylan is, you're at such an advantage. And Dylan's got really good moves underneath there.
48-18. There's a 30-point mark, and the 30-point man is in the house tonight, Dominic.
Yeah, and that he usually brings the luck of that. He doesn't bring much else to the table, but he does have the luck of the 30-point win.
McGinnis for a three in the corner, no
Froby
good.
way up there.
Froby slashes through the lane, gets up there for the rebound. Now takes it across the half-court line himself, hands it to Singleton. Singleton up off the backboard, and good. Singleton's got 11. Him and Hollinger both with 11, and Ewald with 12.
We've almost hit that.
Calhoun, he'll get to the lane. No, left it too long. Gets his own rebound. Puts it up, no good, but he'll be fouled by Hollinger, and Calhoun will get 2 free throws.
Calhoun with a little size on Hollinger. Calhoun about 6'7", well put together too.
Yeah,
you see some guys been in the weight room a little bit. Senior probably goes about, I don't know, I'm guessing 225, 230. And Hollinger did a good job of battling underneath. No foul trouble for Hollinger, so he went up and tried to block the shot and paid off because Calhoun misses the first free throw.
Hernandez checks in for Rediger. So Normal West going with some size here with Hernandez and Calhoun. Calhoun's second free throw up and good for Calhoun.
Well, if they play man-to-man, it'll be tough for him to guard the Railers.
A lot of
out on the
backdoor
perimeter.
action here.
Yeah.
50-19 Railers. Singleton will get it over to Ewald. Now he'll throw it back to Singleton, who gets it to Froby. Froby dribbles on his man Hernandez, who had to grab him because Froby just blew by
Just too
him.
quick, yeah. You get the bigger guys, and that's what Coach Al's statement was when we asked him really for the first part of the season was, does a big guy scare you at some point? And he said, I don't think so, because they've got also have to guard us.
They have to come out and guard the perimeter, and that's pretty tough for a big guy. Singleton with it. Now Whiteman gives it to Froby, thinks about the three, now takes it and gets it.
Boy, that wasn't easy too. He didn't have it. Didn't have the shot at the beginning.
Wasn't in rhythm, and
Right,
he
and then
pulls it up
took
and
that
nails it.
dribble, and normally you would say no as a coach because normally they don't make that, but these Railers are in a little bit different of a scoring mode as of late.
Chris Coyne, State Farm, three-pointer for Froby. Now they'll work it down low to Calhoun. He a little head fake up and good. I don't know where the foul came from, but they're going to get Hollinger for his second. I didn't think he had any contact whatsoever, but I think that call was just anticipated.
Yeah,
and the whistle was blown before.
Wasn't exactly a varsity foul, I wouldn't say.
So Hollinger picks up his second, team second for the Railers with a 32-point lead. Calhoun back to the line. First free throw, he made the bucket, so finishes the three-point play. And it's 53-22 Railers with the basketball. And number 5, he sees his first action tonight.
Lob play to Dylan. Dylan up and scores it in a nice pass from Whiteman. Just the play we usually run to open the game. And but Normal West was not in a man-to-man that time. They run it, and Coach Al runs it and gives a nice easy basket to Singleton with a nice pass from
Ewald
Whiteman.
just forced a turnover there as he went for the steal. Didn't get it, but it went off Hernandez's hands. Is going to go back to the Railers, who have a 33-point lead here. Just over halfway.
Yeah, haven't missed a whole lot of shots here in the third quarter, Scott.
Ewald kicks it out to Froby. Froby takes a three. Got it.
Yeah, just driving.
Froby with another Chris Coyne State Farm three-pointer, and he's got 14.
Yeah, Coach backs off the full court press as the lead swells to 58 to 22, and you've got 4 guys in double figures, and Whiteman will probably.
Big lead for the Railers here tonight on senior night as Calhoun finishes strong. He beats deep.
He's been a bright spot here in the third quarter for the Wildcats. Calhoun got a couple baskets.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Going to stay with the Railers as Tungate and Grunder check in for Singleton and Hollinger.
2 juniors check out. A couple of juniors replace them.
Froby to inbound. Needs some help. Now gets it to Tungate, who hands it back to Froby. 3:49 on the clock. Railers up by 34 points. Whiteman for a three. Ooh, rims in and out, but Tungate there for the putback. Couldn't quite finish it, but good move by Tungate, and Frobe slips again.
Yeah, he's going to get some new sneakers before the next game.
I don't know that it has sneakers after anything. I think it has something to do with the powder that was thrown up in the air before the game. 58-27 Railers, 3:20 to go. Get some wet wipes for him. Whiteman with the strong move, a little too strong for Whiteman. Fights for it. Tungate there for the rebound, gets it to Whiteman. Not there, kicks it out to Frobe, who spins around. And now hands off to Tungate.
Yeah, I think Frobe's got it on his shoes now. He even did it, slipped again in front of the Railer bench.
Frobe pulls up, a little too strong. Tungate there for another rebound, and Frobe able to grab it, and him and Tungate collide. But count the basket for Frobe.
Yeah, give credit to Tungate and Frobe battling in there on the offensive boards.
Hernandez in the corner for a three, off the rim, no good. Frobe for another rebound, taps it out to Ewald, and Ewaldo trotted up. 2:38 on the clock, 60-27 Railers with the basketball. Whiteman hands off to Ewald. Ewald between the legs, and we got officials timeout.
I think they thought Tungate. Yeah, it does look like Tungate caught one. Maybe
I think he landed
side
on
of the ribs.
You know, when him and Frobe collided, I think Tungate took the majority of that contact, and like you said, the ribs. And he says he's okay. He doesn't want to come out.
No, he's going to stay in.
Whiteman to inbound. He'll get it into Frobe up top with 2:30 on the clock. Third quarter here at Roy S. Anderson Senior Night, as the seniors are putting on another show here at Roy S. Tungate blows by his guy, kicks it out to Grunder. Now Frobe. Frobe will get to the lane. Up top to Ewald. He fakes it. Little running jumper for Ewald. Left it short. And the Wildcats with the rebound. McGinnis with it. Kicks it over in the corner to number 35. That's Zyber. He finishes. And it's 60-29 with 2 minutes to go in the third. Whiteman, Tungate, nothing there. Now Whiteman with it on the wing, gets it to Frobe, who hands off to Tungate, who's hounded there by Rediger, who goes over Tungate's back, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Railers. As
looks like it. I don't know. It looked like I could read his lips saying white. Well, I guess not white ball. I thought he was saying white ball, but I guess not. A little sloppy play here for the Railers now.
60-29 Railers, 1:40 to go in the third. Workman gets it up, no good. Rebound comes down to Grunder. And Ewald with it. Now they'll work it back to the left. Frobe to Grunder. Grunder can shoot it.
Yeah.
Whiteman in the corner to Tungate. Now back up top, they'll reset. Now work it left. Grunder up top to Whiteman. Whiteman kicks it in the corner to Frobe. Frobe for a three. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Zyber for the Wildcats. Now McGinnis tapped out there by Frobe, but it goes to Hernandez, who gives it back to McGinnis. Down low to Zyber. He spins. Blocked by Whiteman as Zyber lost it going up. Now Frobe, he looks to push. Nothing there. Hands off to Whiteman. Back door to Frobe, who spins, and he'll be fouled by McGinnis.
Yeah, nice pass by Whiteman, too. Just not a set play, backdoor play at all. Just Frobe realizing that he's beat back, or he's overplayed, and Whiteman's a really good passer, especially off the dribble.
Give a shout out to Scott Lynn listening to our broadcast tonight from Tampa Bay, Florida. I bet you the weather down there is nice. Right?
Better than here, I'm assuming.
Yeah, man. That'd
if
be nice. Be nice to be down in the Tampa Bay area right now. Three on the way from McGinnis. 63-32, 35 on the clock as the third quarter is winding down, and the Railers with a 31-point lead. Frobe over to Grunder, tries to get it down to Ewald. It's going to be tapped out of bounds off of Workman. Going to stay with the Railers with 26 on the clock. 63-32 Railers. Calhoun checks in for Hernandez. Good crowd here tonight.
I would expect the next couple games, really,
I
Scott.
would think Tuesday night we should see a lot of red and green.
Yeah, we would hope so. The Railers again Tuesday night over in Bloomington to start regional play. And looks like Coach Alexander is going to go for the final shot, which means we hope that the Railers will carry a 30-point victory or 30-point lead going into
It's out of bounds off of the Wildcats. It's going to stay with the Railers on their baseline with 4.6 on the clock. Froby to inbound. Froby gets it up top to Whiteman. Whiteman pulls up for a three. Off the rim, no good. Tungate for the putback. He couldn't get it to go. And that's going to do it for 3 quarters here at Roy S. with your Railers 63 and the Wildcats 32. We'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have a running clock here on the 4th quarter. WLCN 96.3 FM. Welcome back, Roy S. Anderson Gymnasium. Scott Kirby, Josh Connick, Lloyd Kirby here this evening. It's going to be a quick one tonight as we got a running clock here in the 4th quarter as Normal West opens up the 4th with a bucket to draw it in 29, but the damage is done. Whiteman for a 3, no good. Tungate tried to go for the rebound, but he's going to be called over the back. Tungate's first, team 3rd.
Yeah, Tungate way up there for some offensive rebounds tonight, as he does. He's a good athlete.
Scrappy.
Seth, you're right, and be a guy that's counted on a lot more for some scoring next year. Not as much this year, but he brings that hard-working element to the game and to the Railers. Good man off the bench.
Zyberth turns around from the free throw line, and he's been their go-to guy tonight. He's got, well, I guess he's only got 4. Seems like he has more than 4 points. I guess he's had a lot of misses. 63-36. Froby spins left. Now pulls up for a jumper. Left it too strong. Calhoun with the rebound. Gives it to McGinnis. Now Normal West. They're looking to score here. Workman couldn't finish that, and we're going to have a foul on the Wildcats. Foul is on number 15, McGinnis. His second. Team 4th for the Wildcats. And now the Wildcats putting a little pressure on, which probably not a good idea.
No, not against the Railers, especially this time where they can really spread you out, and they're going to try and run and jump.
Yeah. Rittiger loses control, but gets it to Calhoun, who gets him McGinnis. So the Railers with the turnover, getting a little sloppy here in the 4th. Zyberth with a jumper, no good. Froby taps it out of there. Cam Whiteman grabs it. Now he looks to push up real quick, taps it over to Ewald. Over to Froby. Froby directing Grunder to go the other way. Now they'll swing it around. Ewald for a 3 up top. Got it. Will Ewald left alone, and he hits a Chris Coyne. State Farm 3-pointer to put the Railers back up by 30.
Will with 15 now. Froby leading the way with 16. Whiteman in there also, the 3 seniors in there.
Zyberth and Calhoun with a little high-low action. Calhoun finishes 66-38. Railers trying to tune some things up before regionals start. There's Grunder to Ewald. And Froby kicks it out to Ewald, and we're going to have a over and back on the Railers. 66-38. Time keeps on a-ticking. Once again, Railers open up regional play Tuesday in Bloomington against Morton, 7 o'clock tip. Have all your action here on WLCN 96.3. And we will have, I do believe we'll have live stream. Have to get that okay through the LCHS, I'm sure. So all of your regional action here, WLCN 96.3 FM, your Railer Nation station.
And of course, the sectional, we're hoping that the Railers take care of business over in Bloomington, and the sectional will be here at Roy S. the following week.
How big of an advantage is that, do you think?
Oh, I think it's pretty big. Yeah, it's the Railers have shot the ball well on the road all year long, but boy, when you can, when you're home and you don't have to get on a bus and you can keep that routine of being home, and you get a chance to in your locker room. It's warm in here. You probably gain a few hundred more fans, I'm assuming.
Now, is there a little more pressure on the kids now,
sure.
knowing that
absolutely.
If you lose, you go home?
Especially with a record of 29-2. It's that doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but it doesn't, because you're expected now with, especially playing for this program. I think you're expected to ride this momentum, and you feel it as a player, but that's what drives you in practice, and that's what drives you in the game is those expectations.
As the seniors get a round of applause, which
standing ovation from the Railer Nation here.
Well deserved for the senior Railers, and that's not the last time we're going to see them.
No, they'll be back in action on Tuesday.
And we're going to get a foul on Klopp, maybe? As Klopp is in the basketball game, Brody Whiteman, Grunder, Tungate. And Elijah Follis. There's a three in the corner by number 32. That's Hudson. Hudson on the scoreboard. He's got 8. Tungate, he'll get it across. Gets it in the corner. Now the Railers with the basketball with a big lead. Tungate tried to get it out to Whiteman. Now Williams, he's going to go up, finish for Williams. 66-45. As we are at the 2-minute warning here at Roy S. Senior night. There's a little bump by Workman, no call. A lot of contact. Ref's just letting them play.
Yeah, I don't want to blow too many whistles, although the clock has not stopped yet.
And we're going to get a foul on Whiteman, I think, illegal screen. Illegal screen on Brody as he tried to free up a man, but they're going to get him with a foul. And Keeler is going to check in for Brody Whiteman. Trent Keeler, number 14, a 5'8 sophomore. 66-45 Railers. Bloomington or Normal West with the basketball, working it around. Trying to find an open shot. There's a shot there by number 34, no good. That's Cassidy. Now Cassidy with it again. Over to Hernandez. Whew. Ball on the ground.
A mess down there.
Yeah, it's a scrum.
Yeah, rugby. Get that thing out of there.
Henson inbound for the Wildcats. Clock running. 35 on the clock. Little Comnick's ready to go home.
Yes. But we got a little celebration afterwards, so I'm sure they'll want to go get autographs from the senior guys. And
20 on the clock as we wind down another dominant performance by the Railers here to finish the regular season. And it's going to be out of bounds off the Railers, and that's going to do it here at Roy S. as Normal West. They want one more possession. There's a jumper on the way, no good. And the desperation three from Henson is no good. And your final, the Lincoln Railers 66, the Normal West Wildcats 45. We'll take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll have the Ground Incorporated Schneider Chiropractic postgame show here on WLCN 96.3 FM.
here. Railers victorious on senior night, 66-45. They will improve their record to 29-2 heading into regional action on Tuesday. That game will be at Bloomington High School. 7 o'clock start for the Railers and the Potters in the first round of the regional. Let's go through the scoring here. First for Normal West, they were led by Tyler Calhoun. Calhoun with 12. 9 for Alex McGinnis. 4 for Max Zebarth and Duncan Williams. 3 points for Michael Workman and Colton Cassidy, and 2 for Cole Hernandez for Normal West for the 45. The Railers were led tonight, all 5 starters in double figures. They were led by their leading scorer, Froby, Caden Froby, the senior, 16 points for Froby tonight. Will Ewald, another senior, with 15, 13 for Dylan Singleton. The third senior on the roster, Cameron Whiteman with 11, and Landon Hollinger with 11 also. 66-45. We'll be back here with Coach Alexander here in the Ground Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic postgame show, and you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.
Welcome back to Royce Anderson Gymnasium with the Railers with another impressive victory tonight, 66-45 on senior night as Coach Alexander makes his way to the booth. He gets his headphones on here. Coach, another solid outing by your Railers. A little more to it this night as senior night as the ball team, and they just keep plugging away. And it seems like me and Josh said earlier, like a broken record. It's just game in, game out. This is what you get. And but after tonight, you wipe that slate clean. Everybody's at 0-0. But first things first, senior night, another impressive outing.
We went stale there when we started substituting a little bit, but I thought the kids had good ball movement. We shot the ball pretty well, and defensively we made things happen. Again, the worries that we have as a coaching staff is when we get pressured, if we're up or down, in a tight ball game, how are we going to respond to it? Because I couldn't even tell you the last game that we had.
Rock Island. I mean, maybe Morton late in the third quarter.
The two overtime games.
Yeah.
And Morton gave us one, and who do we draw in the regional, So hopefully the guys will realize that that's not an easy draw for us. And they'll see that film quite a bit to where they're going to know that, we're going to have to play.
Yeah, Coach, as you said, it's been pretty smooth sailing again. The Railers shoot the ball well from the perimeter again, basically 55%, and then 10 of 21 from three, so right at 48%. When the shots are going in, we look really good, and then especially when you add it to this team's ability to get to the basket and turn turnovers into offense, it's darn near scary to watch them. I mean, it'll take a great effort from another team to beat you.
Well, it's going to be a night where we're not shooting it well, and they surprised us. We've scouted them an awful lot, and they've played all man, and they started in zone against us early, and first couple minutes it took us a little bit of time to get acclimated, but after we got going, we had good ball movement, hit some shots, and then they went to man, and the thing that we had was late in the game, which I wish we could have had. Once I substitute late in the game and to go back in and do things, I don't like that, and but the run and jump hurt us a little bit, but again, the game was in hand, and we kind of I thought we lost interest there.
Yeah, as a lot of people did.
Scott too, myself.
I mean, you're lucky you don't listen to us up here because we just start babbling. But a good crowd tonight, Coach, and gave them something to cheer on early. But once you get up by 30 points, it's just kind of everybody now it just comes to watching a game. But you do have the support. But I know a lot of guys, you want a close game, you want a competitive game, but you also enjoy these big victories where it's a little less stressful on the coaches.
Oh yeah, I've not had a whole lot of stress this winter other than
you haven't had to get off your chair too often.
You're going to get you a new chair, I think.
I need a rocker. I'm sitting there rocking on it, and
you're just trying to,
this is what's really good about our staff, and how very deliberate we've been in the past, and I think we have to with the type of talent that we've had. But the coaches they're on me all the time. Is you just sit there and let them play, and they do some silly things, but for the most part, I don't know how many turnovers we had, but the turnovers that we had were late in the game.
Yeah.
This group can just play. They understand how to play, and it just makes it easy to sit there and watch.
What's your message to them come Monday or even tomorrow morning as you guys prepare for Tuesday? Is there a little extra stress to them knowing that if you lose, you go home? How do you keep them relaxed and just keep playing the way they've been playing?
We hope that we can keep keep them practicing hard and executing hard and do those things to prepare for Tuesday. I don't think we're not going to talk about, what are we going to do? Is it tight? We're going to play. Hey, my message to them is you've had a great year. Go out and play, have fun, and let it lie. When you're done, the only thing I want them to know and that we did is we gave it our best effort.
And you got 5 guys out there that, that they have that mentality where that's what they do night in, night out. So,
and led by 3 seniors, Coach. That last time they'll be here on this court as the regular season. Talk a little bit about those 3 guys and what they've meant to the program for 4 years now. Obviously had a great run last year, and now 29-2 on this campaign for their final season. And it looks like a lot of the younger guys have kind of taken a little bit of mold of what they've brought as really good competitive basketball players that know and understand the game and know what to do when they're out there. And honestly, it's probably made your job a little bit easier.
It has been. And the thing is, they have a hard time thinking anybody's going to take their place. That's the thing that I'm talking about. But, they've been great leaders. They've been, the commitment that those guys have had and the time that they've spent in the gym, not only in what we do, but I think all of them play AU ball and they love playing. And basketball is such a skill set that, you have to be smooth at handling the ball, passing the ball, being able to shoot the ball. And it's all done by repetition over and over and over. And you try to teach them that, you practice hard every day, because once you get into a game, you find yourself at another level with the adrenaline and everything. So that's what we try to teach them, and they've been great leaders, and they're fun. Cameron, I could have ripped him off the court over there. He come dribbling out. He passed the ball out to Will, and he said, "Coach, there's 2. There's a bucket." He said, "There's a bucket," and he's running the other way, and Will hadn't even caught the ball yet. That's what you deal with. But that's one thing as a coach that I never forget those things, and they've made memories for the coaches as well as our fans, and I don't think they really know the impact that they've had, and they're just hopefully we can play for 3 more weeks and not make it a sad ending, because this group does deserve it, but it could happen at any time now.
Coach, they're a fun team to watch, and like you said, hopefully they can continue to play for the next several weeks and keep this train rolling, because you never want to see it end, but obviously things come to an end, but at the end you want to be on top. And these kids here, a great group of kids, fun to watch, and just want to continue to see them succeed in what they're doing.
Yeah, and I don't think we got an easy draw at all, like you said earlier, probably one of our toughest games was the Morton game, and one positive thing is we don't have to play on their court.
Yeah.
We're playing on a neutral court, and I think we can do some things, and we'll make some adjustments. They got the ball inside very easily against us, so that'll be the emphasis that we have, is to try to shut down the middle but still be able to get out on their shooters. And again, I think they're looking at it as how we going to guard them. And you're going to guard a man, you're going to guard them zone, you're going to pack line it, you're going to go out and pressure. I think if we're playing and we're hitting on all cylinders, I think you throw the dice and you take a gamble at what you do to try to stop us. And that's one of the things that we've really emphasized to the kids is, hey, you got to be able to change with what they're doing, because people are going to try different things. And I think for the most part, we were in green, which was our man-to-man. They jumped the zone, and our guys just went right into our zone offense. And again, they know how to play.
They sure do, Coach.
Coach, go have fun with them, and some of the Railer Nation that stayed after for the appreciation, and we'll see you back Tuesday night.
We'll be there. Hopefully, Railer Nation will be there. We're going to need everybody, and we want to make it a community effort, and and everybody there, and come on up. And it's a short drive, 30 minutes up the road. It's all interstate, and the kids have almost, I think, the last 2 or 3 weeks have been looking for this, for the regional to start. And I try to convince them that, hey, you don't want to wish your season away. Let's get better and continue to get better. Let's don't be satisfied. So we got to continue, and, it'll be here Tuesday,
a few days. Coach, thanks again. We will talk to you in the morning on the cheap seats. And once again, the Railers, the big victory here tonight.
Thank you.
Yep, that'll do it for us here in Lincoln. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday, 7 o'clock, as the Railers are on the road in Bloomington to take on the Potters from Morton High School as regional action starts up for the Railers. Our broadcast will begin with pregame shows starting at 6:30. For station manager Jim Ash, studio producer, director Paula Kodak, Josh Komnick, Lloyd Kirby, and Scott Kirby here. And once again, the final score, Lincoln 66, Normal West 45. The Railers now stand at 29-2. We hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and I'd like to thank our listeners for listening and our sponsors for sponsoring. This has been a production of WLCN Sports 96.3 FM. We ask you to patronize our sponsors and say thank you for allowing us to bring you Railer basketball. From Lincoln, Illinois, good evening, everyone. It's time to send you back to the studio for the Classic Rock Experience starring Jeff number 2 on the Nighttime Fix 96.